You ready, champ?
Yes, sir.
All right. Make it nice. Not quick, but you understand. We get straight to the point.
Yep.
Hey, Turf Talk 101, man. It's always a pleasure. Travon Smith. Shout out to Coach G, Coach Dennis, always the producers behind the scenes. Today, get a chance to talk to these young high school students that's about to be NIL athletes, about to be college athletes, about to be future endeavors of business and things. We never know what they're gonna become, but they're successful young men with their head on their shoulders right now, and it's always a pleasure to talk to them. This young man right here, I had a chance to just check him out. I never met him before, but he's a hell of an athlete. He's a hell of a he's a guy you got to focus on when you put the film on. The defense needs to know where he's at all times. Mr. Carson Clark, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on the show today, Mr. Smith. It's a
No,
pleasure all the
hey,
time.
man, it's always a pleasure. I appreciate it, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and tell the people anything they need to know about you. Always say, don't be humble because
Mhm.
if you don't tell them, half of them ain't gonna go Google it or look
Yep.
it up. So go ahead and tell them any accolades that you have, where you play at, what position,
Yep.
and in what class, please.
So my name is Carson Clark. I'm a class of 26 receiver at the St. John Bosco High School, number one school in the nation.
Mm.
Um, I led the Trinity League last year in yards. This year, I just came off of a really big game. The preseason wasn't my best because I was kind of banged up coming into the season. So it wasn't the best, but I know my team is winning, so that's all that matters to me right now at the
Okay.
point.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a couple things you said I really, really love. Number one, it's like when you announce the Ohio State or the University, that's how you're supposed to come on the show. The St. John Bosco. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You're number one in the nation. Bang that. So definitely kudos to that. Number two is I want to talk a little bit about um, going into the season a little banged up. What's the
hmm
mentality? Because for somebody like yourself and your team, it's gonna be a long season.
yep,
So there's no need to apply. I'm pretty sure you have somebody at home that help guide and
hmm
mentor you. Hey, there's no need to rush into the season, my brother. We got a long season. So talk about that. Just being banged up and getting ready for the season and the mentality and some things you do for your physical health.
so some things I would say it was through that process was I really learned a lot about my mental health because not a lot of people talk about mental health and throughout the course of football. So I learned a lot through myself because I never really been injured. So just knowing like just being on the sideline during practice, watching other guys practice, it was a little like I want to be out there with my guys in practice. So I learned that to be patient and don't rush back into the things because I know down the line, there's gonna be big games where they're gonna need me most. And some things like I did was football at this point of my life and at the school that I go to, it's a job now. And going into college, it's a business. So taking care of your body is one of the most important things that we have to do. The availability for us to be able to get on the field. So like stretching every day and getting personal massaged and being able to go to the trainers every day. At Bosco, we have great trainers, Miss Mel and Miss Daisy. They take care of us and get us on the field, and I very appreciate them for putting all their time into me.
Definitely. If you're just tuning in, we talking to St. John Bosco wide receiver, Mr. Carson Clark. You can catch him at Instagram at Carson Clark Malibu, I believe. I'm correct about
Sure.
that. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely. I want to talk a little bit about your senior year this year is big game time. We'll get back to this.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about the things that you worked on from your previous years, whether freshman, sophomore, or junior. Some things you worked on to get to the point where you are a dependable, reliable, um, at any given moment, a big you
Yep.
can make a big playmaker. So talk a little bit about what you've done to get to this point to become the guy you are.
So like I said, mental health. First, I would say like football is really mental. So I like to watch a lot of film and like to break down players, and I think that's my strength in my game. A lot of my coaches and even my players or my teammates would be like, "Dang, how'd you see that before it happened?" So things like that, seeing things before it happened, knowing where to be at the right time, really helped me coming into high school. I would say my intelligence on the field is spectacularly higher than average high school players. And then what I would say the best thing to the game is speed. Like I have most electric speed on the field, 10 out of 10 times, and I train that like throughout the year. And I mean, of course, route running and
Uh-huh.
just getting on time, like getting on time with our quarterback on the off season, practicing every day. Those are like the key things that I focused on during the off season and during going through the season.
Okay, man. Hey, I'm loving everything that you're saying, and you speak well, and you know how to hold yourself well. So let your parents and everybody know, and the coaching staff over there, let them know you're doing a good job. I mean, they've done a good job with you in producing the young man that you are. I want to talk a little. Are you a 7-on-7 guy or a track guy or both?
So I recently, so my first year of high school, I ran a little bit of track. That was my first year. I wasn't really familiar with it, with the techniques and all that. So I ran that. Then my sophomore year, I wasn't able to run because I transferred, and then last year I ran.
Okay.
So I was balancing both. My dad told me like I would say to all the high school kids out there right now to put track before 7-on-7 because those colleges look at the verified times, and if you get that verified time, then it boosts your recruitment up. Then a 7-on-7 tournament, unless it's like something like OT7 where a lot of eyes is
Uh-huh.
shown and you're getting a lot of reporters or a lot of coaches are able to watch on TV than just a local high school tournament. And it helps with your body. Like you don't want to go to too many 7-on-7 tournaments and get banged up coming into the season.
Definitely, man. You dropping some gems for the young kids out there that hopefully they're paying attention, whether ninth or through 11th grade. This young man that plays at St. John Bosco, the highest level you could play at the St. John Bosco, and he can say that because they're
Sure.
number one in the country. What do you accredit to some of your your electric play? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like a lot of kids nowadays, they're just like really possession receivers. They
Hmm.
catch the ball and they want to get tackled. But like somebody like yourself, you have to worry about when you're watching film as a defensive coordinator because if you catch the ball, you're trying to take it to the house. And
Yep.
there's a lot of kids out there like that, but it's like not that many. It's more possession receivers than people like you. So what do you accredit that to as far as being electric like that?
Um, I think like just being that type of player, it's perfect for my team because we all have different skill sets.
Mm,
So like with Daniel, he's like the vertical threat, and Madden vertical threat too, but they can also be elusive. But I'm the shifty, we get the ball in the
mm.
hands quick and make somebody miss, and then we have Tubbs where he can do it all. So it's like I think we set each other's sides perfectly. Like we have the most elite room in the country, so things like that. I feel like our skill set like gels together perfectly well, and then with all those weapons, Cole just got to get us the ball in our hands and just let it
Definitely.
happen.
Yes, sir. I want to ask you this though. When did the game you'll I think you'll understand what I said when I asked this question, but it's a lot of young men still trying to figure out when did the game slow down for you? Was it sophomore year, junior year, when everything started going in slow motion and you seemed like
Mhm.
you're moving faster than everybody else?
So when the game slowed down for me, I would say so. Coming into high school, I went to a prep academy that it was a Delta Prep Academy, and we focused a lot about mental like going down coverages and stuff
Huh.
like that. So I feel like coming into high school I had an advantage about other players and knowing where other defenses is going to be. So I felt that really helped me. And I would say just reps. Everybody needs reps getting into high school. So and then when I went to Los Alamitos my first year, so being around guys like Makai Lemon that's
Yeah.
emerging the scene right now, and
USC, USC.
Ethan O'Connor, DB at Miami, and DeAndre Moore. I played with him for like a couple weeks, but then that's when he transferred to Bosco, and then Malachi Nelson. It's just being around those guys. They taught me. They took me under their wing, and it just became natural. And getting them reps at in ninth grade is like uh, nothing is on.
Definitely. Like I said, if you just tuning in, it's the number one podcast out there, Turf Talk, hanging out with my man Carson Clark, Malibu on Instagram. I want to talk a little bit about this season, man. You got everybody coming at you. You know, it doesn't matter week one, week two. What's the mental preparation? What's some of the things the coach says to you and preaches on, or something you as a leader, being a senior, what you guys preach on to yourself?
For sure. So one of my challenges I took on this year was to become a better leader in myself. Because the past couple years I wasn't the best leader or the most vocal person. There was always a senior or somebody else being a leader. So now that I'm a senior, I take upon the challenge to set the force onto the team. So something we say a lot is it's always about us, and every week we're playing against each other. That's what we praise. That's what we preach at Bosco, and if we can if we nobody can really beat us if unless we beat ourselves with
Mhm,
penalties and stuff like that. And I go into tell right now we're the number one team in the country, and we didn't honestly we didn't know it was gonna get this praise this early. Like that loss Mater Day had persistent to I'm pretty sure surprised everybody. So
mhm.
now we know that Mater Day is gunning for our heads right now. So we know that we know that we can't get too complacent. We just won. We kind of upped the score on Jay Sarah, so we know we can't ever get too complacent and think and relax that it's okay that we just the number one team in the nation. We know that we gotta come the next week, the next Monday, and train like we just lost. So that's what I preached. That's the same exact speech I gave to my team right after the win. I was like, we can't get complacent. We gotta come back on Monday, and we gotta practice like we just lost because every team is coming after us, and we don't want a lose to be like, oh okay, now we gotta lock in. No, we gotta lock in while we winning, while we on top, because at the end of the day, we want to be undisputed champs.
Definitely a great program you had, great mentality of the whole room. A couple questions, man, before I get you out of here.
Hmm.
I want you to talk to the young men out there and people out there and explain to them because everybody think they're at the best school in the whole world. Tell them what's the culture like over there at St. John Bosco and why you proud to be a Bosconian.
I would say the best thing about being at Bosco is it's gonna get you ready for college. Like nothing's like going to college and like nothing's like going to college and making your family proud and don't have to pay for college, getting a great education. First you want to be a educational student first, a student athlete, and then Bosco we treated like a college. Like you got to be on time, you got to come to meetings, you got to come to live, you got to train, and you go against the best athletes every day in practice. That's the thing. So when you go against that every day, you can't. I mean, you have to get better. There's no other choice. So that's what I love about Bosco. The coaches. One thing I say that separates our program is our coaches. Our coaches are very, very intelligent. They take the game serious, and they spend 7 days out of the week over there studying film and trying to
Mhm.
get us better, and just be able to learn from those coaches is going to get you ready in college ready freshman year. You see a lot of these freshmen like my boy Malachi Tony and people like Decorian Moore playing freshmen. There's a lot of freshmen playing, so you got to be mentally intelligent and ready to emerge the scene as a freshman into college now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you up no more. I was one more question. What's some of the best advice somebody gave you, and what did they say?
um Man, that's hard. That's a hard question right there.
Okay, because you
My
probably just
dad gives me a lot of advice. Like
I,
he's on me
I
every
was gonna
day.
single it out to your dad because as a dad myself with a football
Yeah,
player, you know, something your dad tells you and installs in you every time you step on that field, even if it's practice, and now you even know it now, he don't even
mhm.
gotta say
I
it.
got you. I got it one right now. My dad always says since I was little, everybody's watching you
Yeah.
at
Hey,
all times.
that's perfect.
Everybody's watching. It
Everybody's
doesn't matter.
watching you, bro.
It doesn't matter if the stands has zero people. There's everybody's watching because there's always film. There's always another kid looking up to you. There's always another coach looking at your tape. So everybody's watching you, and there's no time to let up. Then always go up.
Hey, if you just tuned in, We just tuned in with Carson Clark, number one on his jersey, St. John Bosco, uh, Carson Clark Malibu on the Instagram. We have all his information. A stand-up young man, a guy that his family should be proud of, and you represented the school well today, right here on Turf Talk, man. We appreciate you. Don't get too big on me. I'll check back in with you.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
healthy, stretch, take them vitamins, drink that water, hydrate. You know everything your pops is
Yep.
probably telling you. So I'll check in with you, man. Good luck and stay number one at the St. John Bosco. So keep it up, brother. Have a good
Yes,
one.
sir. Appreciate you.
All right, boss. Have a good one.
You too.